Rapid Cannon does no shit here. I genuinely like this build here. And even here, like, if you take blood first, that will cooked. Runes, okay?
I'm gonna change them because I asked you last time.
Runes. Okay, so, do you think that having Flash earlier saves you this game? Be honest with me.
Having what?
Having Flash earlier, does it actually save you towards this game? If the enemy plays perfect level, like Challenger level, you know what I'm saying?
Probably not, but what do I go instead of Barrier?
No, I'm saying Flash, right? If you flash at the right time, pixel perfect, at the right context, do you actually save yourself in a team fight? Okay, so why are we going Cosmic Insight? What is the concept?
Isn't that alternative?
You usually go Cosmic Insight when you need the flash. You need the flash often, right? That's the whole game plan. In reality, you can also take it if you need an active item really quick, because it also has item haste. So something like a Quicksilver or even Guardian Angel, you have a tiny percentage of item haste. But by the time you reach Mercurial, it takes a while, or you're not gonna maybe cast it the whole game. There's only one stand in this game, which is Seraphine. Everything else is an hard lock. We call it hard lock when you basically can't dodge it, no? The only thing that you could hypothetically dodge is Ambessa Ultimate, which technically you should never be able to dodge if Nautilus ults well or Seraphine pairs up with Nautilus. Okay? So,
Yeah, but what do I go instead?
okay, give me a fucking second, okay? I'm explaining you. And what you should do here is you have two options, okay? Your way of playing Jinx series is impossible. You have basically 4 hard counters of your champion. Kha'Zix, Ambessa, Seraph, Nautilus. Which means that you're gonna die. You accept it, you embrace it, you're gonna die. And you're gonna die a lot. Even, you know, not even a few, a lot. So, when I embrace death, when I understand that the enemy comp is gonna kill me a lot, the only thing that I think about is I wanna get a reset somehow. Like, before dying, I wanna get a reset. Does it make sense to you?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you think about that, it's more towards a lethality game, this build. Because you don't have as much time to auto. You think about the fight, you think about how long this fight is, you think about all these things. There's not really much time to do that. And so, that's the first thing. Okay? Now, let's watch the runes. Little tempo. I like Triumph when I have a reset comp. Like a reset comp where I want to get as many kills as I can. It's a lot bloody. When I see this game, I know that it's bloody. Why? Everyone plays like a fucking psychopath. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, everyone wants to look for kills. And so you know that the game is gonna be a bit... you know, fast. Not in the laning phase, outside of the laning phase. So you can go Triumph instead of Presence of Mind, or you can go Absorb Life to sustain the laning phase a bit, if you feel like you need it. I wouldn't always go pivot into Presence of Mind. It's not necessarily needed, okay? Outside of that, I like Alacrity, I like Cut Down, I like all of these. In the Inspiration rune, I like Cookies here. I think they are a bit more consistent in the laning phase. And Cashback, of course, rather than the Boots. Improved Boots... I don't like them. You're kind of like delaying your boots in a game where if you don't have boots in the early game, you're kind of cooked. I would rather have the 300 gold boots at least at the start, because you can never dodge the Seraphine Q at the start. Never. It's impossible. Okay? It's almost impossible with shoes. I don't know how you can do it without it, no? So a bit of dodging potential at the start is better. And Cashback tends to be better also from a scaling option. Okay? So if you wanna go Inspiration... This game I will go Cashback and Cookies or Triple Tonic. I think Triple Tonic is a bit hard to execute. Like, it's hard technically, while Biscuits you just fucking hit them and they work. That's why I like Biscuits a bit more. And so that's what you could do this game, okay? Along with the double adaptive force and an HP. If you don't want to go Inspiration, you simply go blue with this. Now, another tiny tip that I can give you is if you want to play a build ultra lethality and the enemy has a lot of range, the enemy comp has a Seraphine, they are a bit hard to reach, you can go for Axiom Arcanist to have more damage on your ultimate, simply to play more like a spellcaster. Okay? To play more like a... I'm gonna deal more damage with my spells rather than my autos, because I can never reach. That's just an example. If you wanna do it, do it. If not, you can stick with Absolute Focus, okay? Outside of that, let's talk about the build. So, this game, they have... Ambessa K, Seraphine, Nautilus. Do you see something quite important to do, no? Like, that's a really important thing, I will say, that everyone shares here. Almost everyone. Not everyone, but nearly everyone.
Right.
They have a shit ton of Shield.
Shield.
Nautilus
Oh.
Shield. Seraphine Shield. Ambessa Shields. This comp is a shield comp. 99%. Okay? And Serpents is really good here. Not rushed. If you want, you can rush it, but I would avoid rushing it. But just keep in mind that if you have to go Serpent, you're delaying a lot of other things that could help you out to live a bit better. Okay? Let's go over some builds that I would enjoy here. Okay? Let's go over some builds that I would enjoy here. Probably it's only one in the end. It's only one in reality. But again, you can pivot it and decide a bit how to change, you see. I made already a few things when I coached. Here I like a collector a lot. Simply because it deals a shit ton of damage, okay? It deals a shit ton of damage and whatever. You can actually play it out really well. Now the problem is, I don't necessarily think that you need Lord Dominic too fast into the game, even if it's quite strong. So a Lethality build works out really well here. Collector, Lord Dominic, Infinity Edge. You remember what I did with Abris that game? Now, this game is not really an Abris game, but that's what I would look out for this game. 1, 2, 3, okay? And from this position, there are lots of items. Again, I will go Serpents instead of the usual Voltaic. Usually you go Voltaic here, in this build.
Oh, really?
But instead you go Serpents, okay? Cool.
You
drop it.
don't take Jinx.
Absolutely. Holy shit, you one-shot people. What do you mean? You go Voltaic.
I've never seen it.
This build that you see here is one of the best for Jinx, okay? When you play a Rocket, you deal 1k 400 damage. It's actually amazing, okay? Especially if you go Abris, but that build is, I mean, takes a lot to actually use it, okay? So, take this off. We take this off and we go for Serpent in this case. And of course, another thing that could help out a lot to proc it a bit faster will be Runans, that you can proc consistently the shields. In this game, I think that the enemy has a lot of HP tanky targets. Ambessa and Nautilus, they're really hard to take off, like to kill. So maybe a Phantom Dancer in that case will be better, okay? That's what I will look out for in this game, technically speaking. If you want some more healing, or if you want a way of avoiding the Seraphine ultimate, you can drop some crit, keep 75% and do something like this, and then pivot into the last item, Guardian Angel, or decide to drop shields if someone else, like for example J4 has the chance of going Serpent, right? If J4 goes Serpent, you basically put it last, and you go for Guardian Angel after 75% crit to then go Mercurial, okay? Is it clear? So that's how it looks like. That's your plan for this game. 1, 2, 3, 4. QSS, close Mercurial, and then Serpents last. If you feel like you don't need anti-shielding, you realize it right away if you need it, okay? Like there's a point into the game where like, holy shit, this is bullshit, right? And you gotta go Serpent, because if you don't kill anyone. Okay?
Yeah, okay.
Everything clear? So that's what you should have done. Wrong builds,
So you
tell me.
don't like RFC here?
Wrong builds for this game, okay? Wrong builds for this game. Rapid Fire Cannon, absolutely wrong. Your comp does not play the same way as you. You play Rapid Fire Cannon, you throw a rocket to them, and then what? Okay? Think about your comp. What does your comp do? Think about it.
I guess Jarvan engages somewhere.
Okay, and then? Okay, and then?
And then
What do you do?
I keep the people that they engage to.
Okay, and so RFC makes no sense, because you want to play RFC for what? For a pick comp, maybe. You pick, you take the rocket from the range, and then you kill them off. It's one rocket, right? Or to poke a tower. But that makes no sense in this game, because that's not the comp of us, no? We don't have a Zoe, Nidalee comp, Jace comp. We're playing basically front-to-back teamfight. Front-to-back teamfight. At this point, I will go Runans, thinking about the front-to-back teamfight. If you really want to make a mistake, no? But still, you also gotta see what the enemy wants to do. And the enemy wants also to pick off. So, enemy wants to pick off, you want to teamfight. But there's also Mordekaiser, which plays in a completely different way. The guy goes topside, does whatever the fuck he wants, and that's about it. Okay? So you can't really play around Mordekaiser, for example. It's a champion that does everything by himself. So you think about all the other characters. J4, Nico, they go in. And as Jinx, what I think when I see J4, Nico going in, I wanna one-shot someone with Rocket. Like the guy that goes into the ultimate, which in this case, who is he? He is Seraph. And Seraphine, the fleshless characters. Okay? The fleshless characters get caged by the Jarvan. You collect them by using ultimate from the far with Axiom Arcanist. That's my idea of gameplay here. Okay? Be really careful about the assassins from the back. Be really careful about all these things. But that's how you wanna eventually execute the plan to then go into an Asher, for example. Like that's how you decide the lead and how you convert into it. But be really careful because, again, it's mostly about game sense. Like, what you want to buy and what's the win condition of the game. Because I saw that in this game, like, you went for example, Bloodthirster. What does Bloodthirster do against Kha'Zix and Ambessa? What does he do? Really? What does he do?
I was thinking
You tell
about
me.
Seraph.
You were thinking about Seraph, but the enemy comp is not a poke comp. Take healing boots, you're fine into the Seraph. Am I wrong?
Okay.
You spent 4k gold for a Bloodthirster. The enemy team is an assassin comp in the end. When you're playing Jinx. Okay? And some people argue, yeah, but Kha'Zix, Bloodthirster, I have a shield, right? Because Bloodthirster gives me a shield. Yeah, it gives you a shield, but the guy could go Serpents. Also, Jarvan has a shield. Also, Mordekaiser has a shield. What do? We go shield as well? We go barrier? We go Bloodthirster? Sure. The guy goes Serpent, we're cooked. We lost the game. Do you understand now?
Yeah.
You can't go Bloodthirster every single time. Like, that's not a solution to anything. Bloodthirster is the only solution against triple, quadruple poke, right? And even if it's the solution, in the end, most of the times the stans are the problem. For example, Zoe Bubble, QSS, even if you have Bloodthirster, you can sustain, but if he one-shots you, you can't do anything about it. So you have to think about it, okay? I like the Cal start this game. I think it was really consistent. Like the idea of going Cal into Seraphine, which doesn't want to interact, right? She doesn't want to interact, so you want to match with a Cal. And that's also where cashback kind of like makes the difference, no? I will prefer having cashback for many reasons, no? You go Cal, you close the Cal, you sell the Cal, you play the item, and then you have a shit ton of gold value coming out of an hour. And that's the strength of Cal, no? But if you go for Cal and then you go for free shoes, it's not the same. Cashback is so much better because you sell Cal, boom, get a shit ton of gold from the Cal, get a shit ton from a shit ton of gold from the cashback, and then you just like suddenly come out with 3 items instead of 1. You know, it's crazy.
Here I thought that Kha'Zix could go for the grabs because I saw Nautilus.
What the fuck happened here?
But it was bot when Nautilus was top for grabs.
I mean, this is still
I
really
feel like
bad, man.
Nautilus top, so I'm like Kai's top with Nautilus, but he's bot.
Oh, I see your point. I mean, I will still W, right? Still. Am I wrong? Come on. I will W at least. No? Fine.
I
W.
was thinking to say it to hit Seraphine.
I will W. I will W the bash. Really quick. Just to make sure, like, in reality, what a really good player does here is he watches here and he makes sure that everyone, like, the counting is right, no? 1, 2 players, okay, where is K, right? So, we wait till the information is true. That's what a really good player does. He doesn't even try to W here, because maybe if you W, you still die. Seraphine ults, you gotta force the flash. Here, in reality, you have to play here, literally under the tower. As long as you don't see the Kha'Zix. That's how it works, really. You're gonna lose a few minions, sure. But you're playing perfectly, because here we have main advantage if we confirm that Kha'Zix is here. The problem is, if we win this fight here, but then you troll here, then the gold kind of like rebalances again. We're winning top lane, but then you're losing bot lane. And so, again, the label is the same. Like, we're not getting a gold advantage, and that's not good at all, okay? As you can see, maybe there's... I mean, maybe here we win the fight, but then we're gonna eventually lose the other one, no? Like, we're gonna lose this one, and maybe we win this one, maybe. Who knows? Maybe we lose both and we're cooked, okay? I think we sort of like went even, okay? This is not bad. Imagine if you didn't die here. Your team will have had a really good goal lead in top side, and you wouldn't have been behind here. So that's your objective in this game. You're kind of like weak-sided, no? You're weak-sided, you're playing for Mordekaiser. The only objective of yours was to not die, and you failed at it. You literally failed at it, okay? You failed ultra hard.
I usually stay back, but I thought...
Yeah, but you failed, right? You failed. You know that you failed.
Yeah.
Because we're playing for topside. Like, it makes no sense. Wait a second, and it would have been so fine. The guy ulted like an idiot. He dies. Okay, that's fine. Base, or whatever you want to do. Holy shit, your team is playing bad. This is really bad by your team. Don't know why they're playing for you after Morde goes ahead. And you see even here Exoptics. Exoptics is so bad because it's so hard to like look for a long fight here. It's so hard. I just wanted to put you in this perspective, okay? You're playing a fight. Okay? And Mordekaiser has 1 HP target or like something like that. He ults the target, you don't get the reset. Do you understand how tragic this is?
Yeah.
This is tragic, like this is terrible. You have the character that you want to kill, he ults the guy out, and you don't get the reset. Again, characters that don't play well together. They don't play well together. You know, Jinx, Mordecai, they don't play together well. And so going Exoptics, which is an item that wants Jinx to play for the long fight, makes no sense. Your comp plays in a monodirectional way. Jarvan ults, Nico ults, stop of the fight. No chase. Nothing like that. You are the only one that wants to chase this game. Everyone else plays standing still, looking for the fight. Stop. So why do we go Exoptics? It makes no sense. Do you understand the reasoning now, yes or no?
Yeah. So we'll go collective here.
Okay? Burst.
Yeah.
Burst. It doesn't matter. Not necessarily collector, just like burst. You understand that you need lethality and not DPS or like a reset item. A reset item makes no sense. If you want for this game, in reality, you can even go for Stormraider. But I'm just saying, like, don't go for too much DPS, too much attack speed. Because in the end, you can't auto that much anyways. You won't be doing that. Here, this item doesn't give you DPS. But in the end, you're gonna go for PD, which eventually makes you think about a DPS build, which eventually puts you into the position of playing a long fight. Can you play a long fight against Kha'Zix, Seraphine, Ambessa, Nautilus? If they play like humans, not really. Okay? If they play like humans. Of course, then everything happens in everything can happen in Diamond 1.
Here I need a bit.
Yeah, it's all about the concept of like playing top set, no? You see that we are winning so hard top lane. Why are we like doing all of this, no? We just respect.
I think she missed everything, so I'll trade a bit.
No, Nico is dead. Nico is dead. We fall off. Outside of the fact that you went outside of the tower, like you should stand here with rockets, not try to take it off earlier. That's the main mistake. But this is like a weak side game, and the weak side game has to be played respecting. It's not hard. You might be really good, but I'm seeing everything but not a challenger here. Okay, the challenger mechanics that you're talking about. Maybe you have the challenger mechanics, but it's like playing a chess game.
Okay, I think my shot opening is better than my mechanics.
It's like
the other game was challenger.
Okay, it's like playing a chess game though here. It's not about your mechanics, no? It's the guy who makes the move and then like playing accordingly to it. If you're not respecting your Mordekaiser that goes 10-0 and then you got 0-10 as well, you are a bit of a bitch. I hate you. Because this game was free. If you are 0-0-0, Seraphine has no kills, no one has kills, and there's some Mordekaiser 10-0 into the game, who wins at this point? I will have called Nico, J4, everyone, go topside. Put this guy 10-0, I will play weak side and I will never die. If you do this job well, and the Seraphine only gets the tower, this is a really good game. Okay?
Yeah.
Of course you can't defend the tower against Nautilus Seraphine, everyone knows it, but it's about how much you can gather without losing too much while being weak-sided, no? So you can even like take every way and have 10 CS per minute, if that makes sense, and have deaths. It's also like who you give the kills to, because if you give every kill to the Nautilus, that's completely fine. Okay? No one will direct you for giving kills to Nautilus. The problem is if you give 3 kills to Kha'Zix, that's just an example, okay? You will break the game a bit. And yeah, even here walking, that's like a really chill mistake, no? This mistake is basically walking prior to the wave. You never do it.
So, I was trying to bait them, but
yeah, it doesn't matter anyways, no? If you wanna bait, how do you bait? How do you bait? Look at how you bait. How do you bait? You bait in this way, no? You stand near this minion while walking with the wave, and then you enter with the minion, and then out he gets the minion. Understand? You don't stay outside of the wave, it makes no sense. You bait him standing here. The guy that has to the side, he queues, you go to the right of the minion, boom, he grabs the minion. That's how you do it. Then, of course, if he grabs you, it's a bit of bullshit, but it happens, okay? But like, imagine. It's like stay near the wave, here, boom. And then he grabs the minion. That's where you can play. The enemy comp has a shit ton of chain CC. You don't really want to bait into this. You can't. It's impossible. Okay? Another really bad death. You're not respecting the Mordekaiser at all, I'm telling you. You're playing weak side like a gold player would. You know, you're the gold player which is always looking for a fight. I want to fight, I want to fight, I want to fight. And you're not giving a fuck about what your team is doing. Look at how your team is playing. Do you see this? Look at your team. Or 1-5-1. What else do you want as ADC? How the fuck are you losing? I haven't saw anyone playing bot lane. Did they gank you 5 times in a row? I haven't saw anything like that. The only death that I can justify was the Nautilus one. Where he dived you under tower, no? Sort of. I can justify it. You probably would have died anyways. But still. Okay?
Yeah.
Three deaths here, no sense. If you die three times in less this game, you're giving 2 kills in less on Seraphine, 1 less on somewhere else, I don't remember, maybe Nautilus. Makes a shit ton of difference, really. Because look at the gold lead now. There's no gold lead, 28 to 28. 3 kills in less here means 1k gold advantage around. 1k can make the difference in early game. It does. It genuinely does. Okay? It actually does, because we are breaking the game slightly. So that's your job in this game. Playing weak side properly. That's about it. Nothing crazy. Even here, you overextend for the wave. No? Oh,
Yeah.
where is J4? J4 is doing camps. We can't push mid lane. We can't.
True.
We just fucking can't. Look at where you're going. Are you for real? State of the map.
Better than this.
State of the map. Where is Syndra? In base. Where is J4? Has to finish camps. What is the next objective? Herald. So what do? You help Nico to get vision. If you really want to do something.
Oh,
because
I should work with Nico, not see.
because you already have the push. Okay? The wave is already pushed. You don't have to go there. You wait for someone to push it, and then you go take it again. But now, since you have the push, someone has to catch the wave, and that's where you can move and enter the enemy jungle. You understand that?
So I work with Nico and don't sit under turret. Here.
Yeah, absolutely. Now Nico is right. Sometimes Nico is not really right. You know, sometimes supports are a bit stupid, but in this case she's right. You can never walk here and be fine. Nico could stay with you, but that could be a mistake anyways. Because maybe a teleport comes from the back, Ambesh is ready, we die. We die anyways, even if you think, oh, she might be covering me. Absolutely not. Yeah? Because the plan of this game right now, you see what I'm saying, like towards the... What is the game plan of now? The game plan of now is to play topside. But why do we play Herald? Because Mordekaiser is Thanos. Okay? Mordekaiser is Thanos. Do you play Herald in this game, yes or no? You have literally... Everyone is better this game. Your team is playing well. You want to enlighten how good your Mordekaiser is this game. So you play around this side, not around the opposite side. If there's a Drake, we might as well drop it. We have to think about it. We have to play top lane. Well, Mordekaiser is gonna carry our ass. So we're playing around who's strong in this game. Do you understand that?
Yeah,
Okay?
yeah.
So, come here, place vision with her. Always carefully, of course. But you're gonna be with Nico while doing that. And of course, if you wait for Jarvan, even better. Bonus points. You can do it with only Nico, but be really careful, because they still have a lot of hard engage. So I will wait still a tiny fraction of a second before entering here. At best, you can do superficial wards from the back. Here, one ward here, one ward here. But don't go million for this tower here. That's monkey brain, okay? Oh, take the wave, I put you plane, no one is gonna kill me. You're fucking dead, okay? 100%.
Yeah.
And if you wait just a tiny second again, the J4 finishes the clear, you're gonna see what happens. Does the clear, goes for top side, and that's where this guy's like, okay, what do I do now? Because you wanted to look for this. And we have the push top lane. This is the perfect time to go for Herald. Do you see that?
Yeah.
What happened? You died like an idiot and they push me lane. And now we can do anything. Because the wards are there. You see that Nico placed them. We can check it. Who placed the wards? Like who did that? 1, 2. We set up the wards. J4 is ready. Guess who is the idiot that made everything impossible? It's always fucking you, okay? You ruined everything again. Because we were ready for Herald, but you fucked up the time of everyone. Do you see that?
Yeah.
You die. You're off tempo. They have mid lane push. And despite having the top laner pushing, despite having the vision, we can never start this Herald. So we're delaying everything. Now, look for this fight. Where the fuck is Nico? I don't see her. Where is the Nico? Am I blind? Where is she? I'm losing her. What? She has to be a minion.
Oh.
She's a minion in the mid lane. Keep rockets while you play to these fights. I hate when I see a Jinx player going to a fight without rocket. You start with rocket. What is your maximum range? What is your maximum range? Maximum range is with rocket. Start with fucking rocket. Okay?
I usually do it.
I usually do it. Why do I always watch a replay and every time it's like, oh, I usually do it, but you never fucking do it when I watch it? It makes no sense.
Next time I'll probably do it.
Yeah. My god, that was a rocket of mine. Could have thrown that shit, you know. 100%. Wouldn't getting these 3 minions be okay because it finishes Skull? Absolutely not. Even if it did, dying is such a huge mistake in a Nike level. You're never gonna justify, oh yeah, I got Kull, I'm gonna die. Like, you're not gonna say, oh, I'm dying, but I get Kull. Like, Kull is 1 kill. If you give 1 kill after that, you're basically trolling anyways.
Maybe you can just get Kull on the next wave.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you wait 30 seconds, no? It's obvious. No, this fight wasn't that bad. It started out really badly. And you still don't have healing, I guess. Or do you? Oh, yeah, you have healing boots. I think you bought them now, though. Sadly, without healing boots, it's a bit hard to play this game. You started out a bit behind.
Really clean.
Yeah, you played well. You played well. With
Collect... My team was pinging me to go fight, but...
With Collector, with Collector, you would have won. No, the fight was bad. You did well on pushing top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. It's all the mistakes of before that made your game really hard, if that makes sense. Like, you didn't lose because you push a top wave now, okay? That makes no sense. Like, it's not a logical response to what happened in this game. Now, do you think that a Jinx will enter that corner? Do you think so? A Jinx enters this corner here.
Oh, no, I shouldn't.
Never. Okay, never. See what happens. Stop.
I should go walk back, yeah.
She also the Nautilus ultimate. I mean, you wanna stay away from this shit, right? You're really lucky that he ulted him and not you. But even if so, watch... I want to help you with this, okay? Because ADC players, they need to understand that, no? Watch where your team is. You wanna kite where your team is. Simple. Do you see anyone of your team towards this position?
No.
That's it. You already understood. Okay? So we have Syndra here, we have Nico here. The best position is around here. Because Syndra covers here, Nico covers here, and there's A4 here. So you're basically inside your team. It's pretty good. You are near your team. The concentration of your team is really near, which means that there are multiple targets that could have been hit, but you are in the center of them, and so you're kind of safe. But instead, what did you do? You went outside of every one of your teammates. You went away from them. You walked away from them. You understand that?
Yeah.
Even if... Tell me.
I was thinking that if I go back, Azis would ult and get me isolated Q. So I tried to stay close to Jarvan to not get hit by the isolated.
Even if it's like that. If you go here and you die by Kha'Zix, your team is gonna avenge you. If you go here, you're fucking dead. Stop.
Yeah.
End. Finished. Cooked. And that's what I wanted to understand. I told you since the start, you are gonna die this fucking game. You're gonna die. So you accept it, but you accept it in a way where it becomes a trade. Just like chess. You take a piece, you eat one piece. Okay? Same thing here.
Yeah.
Try to die by giving an edge to your team. You don't give the edge if you're going towards the fucking enemy team here. You have to stay on the center. Okay? On the center of your team. Concentration towards your team. Because the other pieces, the other players, right? They can get value out of your death. Okay?
Yeah.
So from here, how does anyone help you? Look, you made Nico unable to play. If you played here instead, Nico could enter from here. But instead, look at how long she has to do now. Imagine they fought here. And imagine you were here. Look at the front to back here. You saw? You were literally concentrated near to your team. Now instead, you are fucked. Okay? You are fucked. You're in the middle of nowhere. And that's why you become the first focus. And look, everything is a fucking disaster now. Like, everything started out to literally fall. Thank God you didn't die, but it still turns out to be really bad. Okay?
Yeah. Carry, I tried to flash at Nautilus, but I
don't wanna comment what I saw. Okay? It's better for you. You're it's better if I don't comment that. Okay?
Don't
but
worry, I do it in 5 minutes again. The same thing.
You did a really good comeback though, because I saw that you went 7-8, something like that.
Yeah, I told you I'm like really clean, like team fighting.
Thank God Ambessa was 0-25 this game. You know, if it was a challenger Ambessa, bro, the game was over. It was over already without even starting. Luckily, we're playing against the master picker once. Ambessa even, you see them, you can dodge or you can FF, one of those two. But luckily, we're playing in diamond, so this helps. I like the position here. I like the call. Will be good, actually. Yep. Turned out to be good. Nice fight. You see how shit this is? Like, you're playing Exoptics and the guy just ults him, and you're like, what? And now?
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do? That's why Exoptics is ass, no? You play Collector, you will have had so many more kills as well, and you got a shit ton of gold, really. Add it up with Triumph as well, you will have done so much more. But this game, the main issue is that you played a really shit weak side, till now. You played one of the worst weak side I've ever seen in my life, okay? You just like went forward to everything and killed yourself against a Seraphine Nautilus 3 times in a row, 4 times, 5 times, whatever you want. Guy jumps on the wrong target, you're lucky, you still die. Happens. I could rewatch this fight 1,000 times and even good players will die here. You're behind, you're against Kha'Zix, again, for hard counters of your comp, so makes sense. With this build, I have no fucking idea on how you expect to win. I'm gonna be honest with you. Okay, you deal no damage. You deal no damage and the enemy one-shots in 3 seconds and a half. You either have like the best positioning ever seen in history, but it makes no sense because your comp wants to go in and then you kind of like are left over. You are in the back of your backline, solo, with no one, and they can just jump on you. It's a bit counterintuitive, right? You think that you're safe by going behind, by standing on the back of the fight, but in reality, because everyone goes in, then you're the one that actually gets focused the most because you're in the backline and you're the only one being there. So, Rapid Cannon does no shit here. You are also having a really bad attack speed by doing that. I genuinely hate this build here. You do it if you're playing against 4 ranged characters and you have a reset comp, and after you take the reset, you just melt everyone. I don't know if you saw it, but Exoptics, this game was awful. You get a reset and then you die. 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 And then you die. And then you die. And then you die again. And then you die again. And it doesn't make much sense, okay? Or Mordekaiser ults the guy even worse. And then he goes to Narnia. And even here, like, if you take Bloodthirster, we're cooked. You know, from the Bloodthirster onwards. Jesus. Yeah. This is a really bad build again. Try to itemize a bit better in this game, because this game was like a tragedy from like an itemization perspective, okay? This is really bad, you can't do much about it, not your fault. I told you, the comp kind of like plays out by himself. You can't do much when they teamfight, and once they teamfight and they click their buttons correctly, okay? They don't even play them well. They simply press ultimate on you, you're gonna die. Is it your fault? No, it's not. It's just how the comp works. The first time that we got value from Exoptics, which is not bad. They trolled ultra hard, by the way. Yeah, killing gets a lot of value from headshot. You're right. Chat, you're right. Good job. That's the only character that tends to go RFC no matter what. Because she plays pick, by the way, which is what we talked about. Jinx doesn't play pick most of the times. She plays pick only if her comp looks for pick, and then you play lethality with ultimate, which is what I said. We are doing crazy here. Alright, so name me a better item than Bloodthirster here. Anything, really. Anything you want. I don't know.
Jake?
Yes, sure. Anything else?
Mercurial Scimitar?
Yeah, anything else? A lethality item. A lethality item, not collector. Another lethality item, no? Edge of Night. Edge of Night. Something like that. Something like that, no? I'm just saying, Edge of Night. Think about a lethality item. Whatever the fuck you want, lethality item. Okay? Don't go healing. You already have healing on your boots. You don't need healing here. If you needed more healing, you will feel it if you need more healing. Trust me, you feel it. I don't feel like in the whole game, I watched the whole fucking replay. I never saw a moment where you were low HP and you didn't have enough sustain to actually sustain yourself. Don't know how you thought about Bloodthirster. I have no idea. I thought about so many fucking items that could have saved your ass this game. You know, Edge of Night, like so many things. Just like start cooking a bit. Start thinking about what the enemy has and what they are looking out for. That's your problem. This game you thought only about yourself. Now you want to play out. Think about what your team wants, what the enemy team wants. Once you start understanding what the enemy wants and what your team wants, you are gonna cook the best build. You're gonna understand how you have to play this in that game. And also maybe start understanding how weak side works as well, because this game, Jesus, you made it really hard for your team to carry, okay?